Hola Latino, Americanos, soy yo Hugo el Gringo, making another video for all of you Latinos out there. And also, anyone who wants to jump this boat or this war, as I'm calling it, the war against racism, if you're interested to join the Latino community, because I know they will back me up once this goes out public, I just know it will. No, I don't think, yo no creo que ninguno latino le va a gustar lo que están haciendo estos gringos blancos con uno de que es latino. That's me, Latino. I've been leaving more videos than I can ever imagine that God has granted to me, for the simple fact that I know that this technology that came here is literally was handed to me by God. Um, Look, just to let you know really quickly, this this uh, this technology that's here in front of me is from other people. You know, just it's just amazing how it's here and amazing that I'm able to record this. And I know that the first thing that I did was just think of all you Latinos. That I do not want any one Latino suffer the things that I have suffered for for the greed or for the meanness or for the cold-hearted that white people have. One white person was managed to do this to me. One white person that was so close to me that I could not. When I think about it more that I'm in here, it's almost literally it's I'm even out of words to think about what to call that person. How could they even want this evilness to come over to one person? Only white people think like that. I know that there is a lot of bad people in the world, of course. We can look all over the world and we see people hurting each other all the time. Presidents starting war against another president. As I call them, they are kings, actually. One king against another king. They send young soldiers over there to fix their matters, and sometimes we don't even know what that war is about. And gringos, they are famous for that. Los gringos son buenos para hacer eso. Se meten en todas las cosas en todo el mundo. They do their disaster, they hurt that country, and then they leave like heroes. And that is what white people do all the time. And they've been doing it for years. Y esto es porque yo estoy haciendo esto, latinos. Mira, yo le estoy hablando de mi corazón, latinos. Ese racismo que existe ahí en los Estados Unidos, y ese racismo lo que me han hecho a mí, gringo blancos, y lo que han hecho a muchas personas, a whole bunch of people have suffered because of that racism. There's so many things that I can only imagine what happens in America, and the police get away with it. And that is where one of my biggest focus is the power of the government that it has, and it's mostly white, and they protect each other. Not only that, these white people also are so good that they pull a black man, and the black man thinks he's white, and then the black man goes against his own race. They pull a Latino, and the Latino thinks he's white. The Latino thinks that these white people are going to accept him more than his own. I think a lot of you people know what I'm talking about. When you see a different race, they go to the side of the white people because they think that they're going to be accepted. But you know what? At the end, when push comes to shove, those white people would not hesitate to pretty much. They don't even need to stab you in the back. They'll stab you right in front of you. They have no heart. Those racism people, those people that say that they love you and they're white people, and a lot of white people that say that they're close to you and that they love you, they won't hesitate to use their power when they want to hurt you. I mean, when they use their color of their skin when they want to hurt you. Now, and I know that there's so much that I want to say, but it's so little time that I can say in these videos. But one thing that I want to make clear is this: that racism that exists in America, but not only America, it exists in many parts of the world. But I am concentrating just on you Latinos. I know for a fact that if you guys listen to me, just trust me, put your faith in me. Don't listen to anything, any of the lies that these white people have to say against me. The media is a very powerful source that white people together, they sometimes don't tell. Actually, a lot of times they don't tell the truth. Now, I can tell you stories that it's only stories. I'm gonna tell you. I'll share a story with you that I know that well, actually, I don't have time. I'm just trying to get your attention that it's time for us Latinos. It's us. We have to do it. You guys, we have to show them that if you guys put your faith in me, we can show how those white people, how Latinos do it. En veces es que necesita que una persona que lo empujan hasta un punto que esa persona regresa peleando más duro que ni nunca pensaban que iban a pelear. When you get cornered and you have nothing else left, and actually you have nothing else left to fight for, sometimes that is a very dangerous person to mess with. And that is my case, Latinos. There's only one thing that I know that I can fight for, and the one thing physically, I'm saying, let me get my words correctly. There's one thing that I do want to fight against is that's racism, and that racism is this that I know a way that we can put a big dent into it. And I know that these white people think that Mexicans or Latinos, I'm going to include all Latinos, they think that, we are pretty much lower than them. It's always been like that. They think that they are just inferior with anyone who is not white, especially against black Americans. It's amazing. It amazes me still today how white people really think that every single white person is better than all black Americans or anyone who is black. And that's all around. That's worldwide. I guarantee. I don't know how. I can't. The words that I'm trying to say are not the best, but I'm gonna say that a lot of black people and all around the world are always looked at very, very negative by a white person. I don't care, just as long as you're white, you don't look at a black person the same. You just don't. But Latinos, ese es el tiempo que nosotros necesitamos que juntarlos. You know, Latinos. I wanna say that when this video gets out, I'm gonna talk to the Latinos who are famous, the Latinos who have poder, the Latinos that's already, that you're already in politics in America, the Latinos that you have power in a way um, that is dangerous. I'm talking to all you Latinos too. Every single one of you Latino need to know these white people what they did to me. There's a way that all of us together, by you guys helping me, uh, I'm gonna show you what I can do to them that's gonna hurt them extremely bad. They're not. It's something that they're not gonna see coming. The way that I want to describe this to you. Mira, aquí les quiero poner un foto para que puedan mirar lo que yo estoy hablando en todos estos videos. Just imagine, you imagine you have a bow, imagine you have an arrow, and imagine you have it's all calibrated to the perfection that once you're able to pull that bow back and put the arrow on there and get the perfect aim, wait for the wind to be right, wait for the time, and then you launch that arrow. Once that arrow is in the air, there's no stopping it. The only thing I need is that you guys help me pull it back. You let me do the aiming. You guys just stay with me and you let me do the aiming. You let me tell you when to let go. But the only power I need is that bow needs to be pulled back because this is a bow that's almost impossible to pull back, and it can only be done with you Latinos. That's how much I believe that once we accomplish this, once you guys believe me, once you guys have faith in me, you will see that arrow. Once I say let it go, it's gonna put the biggest dent in that white power that they've had for such a long time. It's almost pretty much perfect. It has to be a perfect hit. There's only one hit. There's only one arrow. There's only one launch, and there's only one target to hit. Now I'm telling you this, Latinos. Any politician that's in run and that's inside America, politicians, and they're Latinos, if they're black, it's really hard to even trust those people too. You know why? Because there's a lot of kiss. I think it's called kiss ass. These people that are colored that work for the politicians, they kiss a lot of ass to white people, and excuse my French, but that's the best way that I can describe it to you. That you need a person that you looks at a white man, looks at a white person, and politician, and all it is seeing, what, when are you going to betray me, or how much of a traitor have you been to America? How much of a traitor have you been to anyone who is not white? You know, So this is why I'm talking to all you celebrities, that you know exactly what I'm talking about. That even though you have money and even though you're famous and even though you're up there, también le estoy hablando a ustedes personas que tienen poder en una manera que no es recto, pero tienen poder, donde la gente te tema, donde la gente ya saben que mira, no te metes con esas personas. I'm talking to you too, Latinos. I need help from every angle, and I need that arrow to be launched perfectly in order to put a big dent. There's never going to be a person that's going to look, there's never going to be a more person more faithful to you Latinos than a person that was put in prison, life ruined, everything taken away because of the white people, and that's going to be more faithful to you Latinos than a person like that. Y esa persona soy yo. Yo no le voy a temer a ningún gringo blanco ya cuando tengo el poder, el apoyo de los latinos. Once I have that, I'm not gonna look at any white person like they're my friend, because they're not. They're not. Almost every single white person, almost, okay, there is some really good and beautiful white people, but you know what, they're rare to come by, but they're out there. Only you Latinos can stick up for a white person and say, no, this person really is faithful, but that is because you know him very well. But be careful, you must be aware that just because a white person is so close to you, you must be aware, if you catch any single little racism in that person, I guarantee you they will backstab you. As soon as they get together with other people, they will turn their back on you. It's happened to me. One individual that I know that knew me very well all of a sudden got together with white people, and you know what, wanted me dead. And they pretty much killed me. But here I am, proudly speaking that, you know what, now now you Latinos are not gonna have one person more faithful to look at a white person and just look at them and say, you know, I don't even know if I don't even want to trust you. You're a backstabber. Any moment you can stab me in the back. You know, those politicians that are in politics right now, you're never gonna have a person like that, like me. So Latinos, take care. I hope I'm making sense. I really want to go. I have my freedom. I have been granted my freedom here for over a year. But these white people show the racism over here. They can't even bring a person clean water. I mean, even the drinking water when it comes visit them. Can you imagine how cold-hearted white people are? They come and visit you in prison knowing that your life has been turned upside down, knowing that you are suffering in a way that people should not suffer in prison, and they can't even bring you good drinking water, because there is no good drinking water in third world countries unless you buy it. And that's how disgusting and racism these white people are here in this country. Can't even bring an American good drinking water. I love you guys. I hope you understand me. And remember, Latinos, there's never going to be a person who loves you more and who respects you more and who's going to protect Latinos more than one of your own. Bueno, latinoamericanos, ojalá que sí me entienden lo que yo quiero decir, pero los necesito. Necesitamos que enseñarle al mundo qué puede ser los latinos. Peace.